This week on the Unpopular Opinion Show.
You gone. I gotta deal with you. Take this check. Keep pushing.
He did well because she could have walked with 410.
Before he went to jail for the big scandal that happened.
My challenges started, tell the truth, right after birth.
Right before COVID, I put the ATL Actors Awards on the shelf because I ran into some ungrateful Negro situations, if you will.
The only one I know is she still at, that's my baby mama. She kid and head run through a grocery bag full of condoms in a month and a half.
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
Who gives a fuck? I don't care if you personally kick Candace Owens and her stanky
cray.
No good thing starts with, I was thinking about my ex.
He ain't learned his lesson. That's a brother ain't gonna learn shit.
I know this is gonna be unpopular and I don't care.
Let's keep this shit funky.
What's happening? What's craculating? What's unpopping, good people? I'm T-Stone. Welcome to the Unpopin Show. Goddamn, can I say that again? Welcome to the Unpopin Show, home of unpopular opinions. I am T-Storm and joined by, as always, my brother, DJ Mike Swift. What up, Mike?
What's happening, brother? What's going on, man?
Man, maintaining. Here, just another day that the Lord has kept me, as they say in church. Notice I said church.
Touch. Look, right off the top, let's just knock out the YouTube stuff. Hey, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave comments, join the Unpoppin community. We are steady growing, and it's thanks to you. So you love it, share it, you hate it. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, just tell us about it. I don't care. I want to hear that too. You know what I mean? Not thin-skinned over here. So thank you. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate you listening. Follow us on all socials at Unpopin Show. And let's get right to it. We have some special guests joining us today. Some bass legends in the game, man. We talking some.
Yes, sir.
I mean, okay. So it's interesting for me because born and raised in New York City, in Brooklyn, New York. I graduated high school in Florida. And then I moved to Atlanta. I started my radio career in Florida after high school, and then I moved to Atlanta. So I was exposed to bass music in Florida. So I got to hear DJ Magic Mike. You know what I'm saying? There was these cats called Irk and Jerk. That was a big joint. Who else? Disco Rick and the Dogs before he switched groups. All that. Like we used to hear all that stuff in when I was in Florida. So when I got to Atlanta, it was kind of easy for me to kind of make the adjustment and learn Atlanta bass. But we'll get into all that. We have some bass legends. We're gonna have them join in a second. Mike, what you want to get off your chest real quick?
Well, I don't know if it's going to be real quick, but we're a little late on this conversation, but I definitely want to have it. You know, I was on vacation last week, so T and I didn't get together and talk about these things. But Dr. Dre, right? The divorce is in. The numbers are in. My man has to come out. And I'm going to give actual numbers because people are rounding up. So Dr. Dre has been ordered to pay $293,306 a month in spousal support. Plus, he has to maintain, he has to cover the expenses for the Malibu and Pacific Palisades homes, and he has to pay for her health insurance. Now, one might say that sucks, right? How long before he gets out of this? Well, the order is in place until she marries again, dies, or gets into a new domestic partnership. So
got it.
It comes out to be about $3.5 million a year just on the spousal support part. That doesn't count paying for the home and her health insurance. If she lives for another 20 years, he'll be out little bit over 70 million, like 72, 73 million dollars. Was it worth it?
Listen, I'm sure from Dre's perspective, yeah, whatever it takes to get her out of his life. It's like, if you gone, you gone. I gotta deal with you. Take this check. Keep pushing. I'm sure for him, it's like, okay, water under the bridge. Not
Look,
really,
but look, here's the thing. I say all of that, but I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him because he could have gave up half of 820 million. He's getting out at, we're assuming she'll live another 20 years, right? It's life expectancy and so he's getting out at the, the 70 million mark. Let's say she puts in another few years or she doubles that. That's 140 some odd million. He made out well. He did well because she could have walked with 410.
I'm sorry. It's hard for me to concentrate because all these numbers are making me nauseous. Like, it's beyond I can't even fathom these types of, no. I mean, I'm mad at my wife for spending $150. Imagine having to give her, and we're not together, upwards of whatever. This is making me physically ill just hearing these numbers. So I'm probably not the right person to talk to about it. Dre, on the other hand, has, made it to $1 billion status. So, and he's still earning. So it's unless he's not making money no more, he ain't gonna miss it. And somebody said you can't put a price tag on peace of mind. How about a piece of ass? I don't know.
It was $100 million lay. Oh my God.
Yeah. Right. Over the course of 20 plus years. Hey, listen, they probably say, hey, we had a good run and keep it pushing. And if she remarries, I doubt it. I mean, who knows?
She's got 300,000 reasons per month to never marry again.
Yeah, she'll just shack up with a dude. Oh, man. Any case, that's making me physically nauseous.
Yeah, it made me physically nauseous, dude. And I had to think about it. And shout out to my girl, Felicia Pearson, Empowered Esquire. Go over there and check her out. I know we talk about her all the time. She's been on the show. She did a show about it. And she kind of broke everything down from the legal side of it. And she was saying that award likely doesn't include the equity in the homes, right? So the court will likely have them, sell the homes, split the money on it. But she's also on the hook for the debt left in the homes. So when I was thinking about that, I was like, oh, that's fair. But then I thought about it. All she gonna do is pay that with the money he giving her. So, so he on the hook for all of it at the end of the day. It's just, I've said it on here before. I don't get it. I don't see where it's worth it. This caused a heated debate with the mother of my children over the weekend. I was in Texas with her and the kids, summer vacationing. And we had to be in the car together for 4 hours. And this came up. and she looked at me and said, I just don't know who you are anymore. You're just so angry.
Yeah. Wow. Again, on the other hand of that, just my wife, Kelly, saw that story, and had the opposite reaction I would think anyone would have. She said she was on the man's side. Like, why is she getting that money? For what? What was she's supposed to live off of him now? No, please. She was on that. Completely shocked me. I said nothing though.
You went in the
It could have been a
bathroom,
trap.
got down on your knees and went, thank you.
Yes. I was just in case it was a trap. I said nothing. So, see how that goes. In any case, our guests have arrived. I first of all, brothers, thanks for joining us here. Ladies and gentlemen, some bass legends, as I mentioned earlier. First off, he was on the opposite of CP time. He got here first. Of the group Splack Pack, Kue Dog is in the building.
What's good, my brother?
Yeah. And also another bass legend, A-Town bass legend in his own right, formerly of the group K Chill and Tetraz, the one and only K Chill is in the building. What's happening, Chill?
Yo.
How you doing, man?
Good, man. How about y'all?
Excellent.
Good,
Blessed
man.
and highly favored, man. Thank you for joining us, man.
Appreciate the invite.
Yeah, man. So Chill and I go back a ways. Because I think Tetraz is an Aquarius also, correct?
I'm Aquarius.
You're the Aquarius. That's right. Because I think we did our birthday parties.
Right, together. We did mine the 5th, yours the 6th.
Mine's the 6th, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've done some work in the A, and I got a chance to hang out with these brothers, and I just really appreciate it, man. So let's just start it off. Q. All right, so you're originally from Florida, correct?
Correct, West Palm Beach, Florida.
West Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh yeah, from Palm Beach.
And you migrated to the A?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And you're migrated to the A?
Yeah, we migrated up here to Atlanta around 93. That's when we first started. Well, really, we first started in 92 with Shake That Ass. Shake That Ass dropped in December 92. Kid and Head, rest in peace, Kid. Kid and Head, they were already living here in Atlanta. I was going through some things down there in West Palm that I had to take care of, and once I finished taking care of what I needed, I moved up here in 93. Once we moved up here, Shake That Ass was already out. And we went in the studio, to record the Uh-Oh album. Once we finished that, we dropped Let Me See You Work It, and then we dropped Scrub the Grind.
All classics.
It was lit for me.
All classics. And Mike and I were joking a little earlier.
Thanks.
First of all, because how women sometimes they'll say to us, what is it that you want from me? Splack Pack made it very clear. Turn around. I'd like to see your derriere because I'm curious to know what it is that you possess. In better vernacular, shake that ass, bitch. Let me see what you got. Excellent.
Being from South Florida, we always had that dance type of feel, and our girls, they just used to get wild, like back in the 80s, Luke came, and the Poison Clan, and we just kept, we already had that type of feel, and it's just like they helped open up doors for South Florida, and for, it helped us. It made it easier for us to be able to get in.
I could dig it. Shout out to Poison Clan, JT Money. One of my favorite records he did was I Hate Hoes, Hoes Hate Me. That was my record for a little time when I was going through some shit.
That's my record now.
Hey, right?
Chill. So tell me how did K Chill and Tetraz come to be about back in the, how did y'all get your start?
When I moved here from Racine, Wisconsin in 95, I started being a barber at a barber shop, Hairmasters, and the owner kept saying, "Hey, I want y'all to meet. I think you and Tetraz." His name is Enrique, and he kept saying, "I think you and Enrique a good team," and I was like, "Nah, I'm from Midwest hip hop, I'm solo on one of partner. So he kept on pushing. We finally met, and boom, by the next year, 96, we had the hit record, Set It Off. And it came by way of Diamond and D-Rock. Remember the Bankhead Bounce? What's up with the Bankhead Bounce? Started.
Yeah.
So we was in the D-Rock camp, Diamond and D-Rock, before he went to jail for the big scandal that happened, if you remember that. And he was looking for a new group. And we was like, yo, we'll find you a new group. And Tetraz was like, well, chill, won't you do it by yourself? I was like, man, I'm from the Midwest. I didn't even like booty shake. All real talk. I was like, man, I can't do that, man. I don't like that mess, you know? And I said, well, you got the Southern.
Oh. Joe, you there?
Like he froze a bit.
Joe, you got stuck on us, brother. Oh.
Yeah, I think he's gonna pop back in.
All right. My thing keeps going back to the white screen, so my apologies. I don't know what's going on. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can hear you. Oh, we got stuck again. Buffering.
He got my internet.
Buffering.
Yeah, it keeps backing up. So when y'all lose me, if y'all don't hear me, that's what's going on. It keeps going back. I don't know what's going on.
It's all good.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to Harold Banks. Yeah. Shout out to Harold Banks, my Fab Five brother, Hot 97.5, the original Hot 97.5 DJs there in Atlanta.
Yes. Banks and DJ Jelly, they gave us life. Anti-Storm.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I was saying, so when I moved, so I part of the story, I graduated high school in Florida. I grew up in New York City, graduated high school in Florida because my mom threw me out, sent me down to live with my aunt. So I graduated down there. And when I finally, so I was exposed to bass music, Florida style. But when I came to Atlanta, the transition wasn't a big jump for me. But it wasn't until the PD at the time, Steve Hegwood, because I was fresh out of New York at that point, came from New York, from WBLS to Hot 97.5. And so I was just playing all hip hop. And he said to me, hey, do you know what a booty record is? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, I suggest you find out what it is, or I'm pulling you off the air. And I was like, yes, sir. And I left the office right then. I left his office right then. And I went right to Little 5 Points. It was the record. What's the record shop in Little 5 Points? I think it's still there.
Earwax.
Yes,
No.
I remember that one.
No, not Earwax. I did go to Earwax. I picked up stuff from Earwax too, but there's another spot in Low 5 Points.
That's
Wax
the one I
and
thought you was
Facts.
talking about.
Wax and Facts.
What's it called?
Wax and Facts.
That's right. Wax and Facts.
And I told him my dilemma. I told him who I was and told him my dilemma. He said, "Oh, I got you." And he straightened me, pulled out every joint that that was popping there in Atlanta, and I became very familiar. So much so that I was able to work the clubs, the spots in like in the cut. I end up doing 559, 321.
Oh, 5 Nina.
Yeah, 559 stayed lit.
Oh
Man, that was our spot. That was our dungeon, man.
Man, that was I got such an education on Southern music from doing spots like that, and then from actually like hearing the stuff that the kids was on too, because they stayed on bass music. Like there were certain clubs in Atlanta that you would not hear Northern hip hop
At all.
No.
You'd hear, so at the time it was Cash Money, it was No Limit, and it was everything popping out of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And every once in a while you get one top 40 hip hop record that it had to be like the biggest one at the time. So And so like Who You With from Jay-Z blended with Lil Jon, Who You With. That was the way he got away with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm still to this day, and I told him when I seen Q, I told him to this day, I still spin Scrub the Ground. Now, I'm here in New York now. Nobody knows it like that, but that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? The drum.
Oh, wow, that's dope. That's love.
That is nothing but love. And I appreciate that.
It's still, to this day, I woke up this morning. I was telling Mike, I woke up this morning excited about talking with you guys, and it took me down memory lane to all the different bass records, bass groups out of Atlanta and out of the South in general. City Boys and the Bounce. Right. That was I woke up with that on my mind. Shout out to Raheem the Dream. Shout out to
Kilo
Rock.
Ali.
Kilo Ali.
Hitman Sammy Sam. Red Money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. As soon as I started trying to think, A-Town Players.
Oh yeah, A-Town Players.
It's so many.
Yeah.
DJ Smurf or Mr. College Park as he goes
by now. Right.
MC Shadi.
LA Snow.
It's the list is so long, man.
LA Snow, absolutely. And we got to get him on here. Also, it was really good seeing you guys out there. Because we all we told the story, we ran into each other at this radio station reunion.
Right.
Shout out to Corey push these things together. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it was.
And it's, you forget sometimes how impactful, because it's been 26 years, station is, different people are there, it's a different era or whatever, but there are certain things in place that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for, that radio station and the music that, the artists that came as a result of that radio station. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What's something? Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. So look, we talk fondly about, the late 80s, early to mid 90s, bass music, Atlanta bass, Miami bass. It was on top of the world, but the sound of music started to kind of change and move into different directions. How have you been able to maintain with the changing of music? Did you change with it, or did you just continue to do your thing and tour and perform on your catalog?
For me, well, I think that with music changing, I think that it changed. Everything has to evolve. Everything has to grow. So all music did was grow along with our children, just like our music grew with us. The things that we did back then, I think is doing a full 360 back around just for a younger generation on a different level. Because if you look at what the city girls are doing now, I hear quite a bit that, they're only doing what Splack did. And it makes me feel good, kind of make me feel like I can still get back out though. You feel me?
Okay. Yeah.
But even with doing that, it's just learning what these jits doing. If that's something that we choose to do, is just learning what these jits doing and being able to jump back on the train. As they say, you're never too old.
Well,
speaking
of evolving, T-Storm, Mike, I'm not sure if y'all know about the Bass Superstars project that we did in 2010. The Florida and Georgia bass artists, we all collabed to form one super group. I'm not sure. Did y'all know about the Bass Superstars?
I did not.
Okay. Us 69 boys, 95 South, Taz, Raheem, Kilo, Shadi, this and that, Splat Pack, LA Snow, 12 Gauge. I think I got everybody. We all formed a super group. The video is on YouTube. Oh yeah, I said Raheem. The video is on YouTube right now called The Bass Superstars Up. We did a show at Wild Bills and filmed it for a video, and it was bananas. All of us doing our hits back to back, and then at the end, grand finale, we did the song Up. that we recorded. We actually tried to do a whole album, so we did a few songs, but the Up video is bananas on YouTube right now as we speak. And the energy, you can see it and feel it when you're watching the video. It was stupid.
Hey,
I'll link it for everybody watching. I'll link that in the description so you can check it out. I pulled it up and I'm just kind of scanning it right now.
Okay.
How did who made that happen, right? Because I can imagine so many years have passed. Everybody's doing their own thing in different, areas and transitioning. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff you transitioned into, Chill, in a little bit, but like moving into acting, moving into running your own businesses. How did you bring all those people together to do that project? That's a lot of people.
It was historic, man. So Tetraz and Charles, they kind of partnered. Charles was like the finance guy, and him and Tetraz had the idea of doing it with Crazy Swag, and they got the distribution deal through Universal. I was the A&R. I was the guy pulling in all the talent. I got Joe Torre on our team. We did a ringtone with him, and I reached out to all the Bass Brothers, and we had the idea of just one single through the Crazy Swag Universal deal, and it turned out that we started recording the album because things was flowing, chemistry was there. Tetraz even did a few joints on Raheem's new album that didn't get released. I mean, we was working. So it was a collaborative effort. I was living in Dallas at the time, driving back and forth for shows and stuff like that. And I actually recorded Dallas on that song Up. So I flew my vocals down to Atlanta. So it was a collaborative effort. We did it. We hit Wild Bills for the big show. We hit Huntsville, Alabama, and shut the city down. All of us there. And Wild Bills, the crowd is not even black. It was just white capacity crowd, and they loved it. And they promoted it on, the rock stations and all that. And it was history. Like, it never done before. It was major.
Yes,
that's dope.
We had 3,500 at Wild Bills.
That's what's up.
Oh, yes.
That's what's up.
It was crazy. Crazy, man. And that's when we knew they loved bass. And we were actually trying to take it all out overseas, out of the country. But, there's a lot with 10 acts and, there's going to be some kind of diva situation somewhere. So, you have to, make sure egos were attended to. But with so many acts, it came together and people didn't think it could happen, but we just didn't keep it going like it could have. Yeah. We could have took that thing on a package tour and killed them. So we still could be traveling to this day if things were in order.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely.
So any chance of reviving that?
Oh, good question. Well, tell you the truth, I couldn't even tell you what half the cats at. But I know some of them are. I guess it will have to get with everybody. Not everybody. Well, really, everybody just getting on the same page. We have a few people that need to swallow egos and pride. Just humming themselves. Everybody humming themselves and get together. And anything we could do anything.
Look, the one thing that I've found that manages egos is money. When you put some zeros on that check, folks start humbling themselves real fast. You're like, what? Yeah. Okay, I can go third. I'm good.
But I believe that was the thing. I think where you have more people wanting to be chiefs. Nobody wanted to be Indians. And the ones that didn't mind back being Indians, the chiefs just fell out.
Damn.
No.
And which we expected that, and we knew the risk of trying to put that many powerhouses together.
Right.
You got some multi-platinum that really didn't need the project, but everybody wasn't doing something at the time, so it was a great benefit to everybody to resurrect the career.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's dope, man.
I'm
Go ahead, T.
I'm sitting watching Q rock his babies, man. First of all,
these are my grandbabies.
There's your grandbabies. Oh, first of all, can I say
my grandbabies?
You still look 17, brother. There's a video.
Hey, appreciate it.
There's a video. There's a clip I saw There's a clip that I saw. What? Rest in peace, Arnell Starr, Splack Pack. On Mike, you got that?
Yeah, I was looking at it earlier.
Check this out. You got it, Mike?
Yeah, I was young and nervous back then.
And you look the same.
Hey, this is about 30 pounds lighter.
Mike, we don't hear it.
Oh, I didn't. All right, hang on. Let me share it again. I forgot to click one button.
Y'all hear me? My screen keep on jumping off.
We got you. We hear you now. We got you. We hear you.
And, you know, man, you guys have a wicked style, so I want to know, would you do me a pleasure of kicking some freestyle, something for me, give everybody a little that quad bass style.
That cute out freestyle for the
that cute out freestyle.
You know. Here we go.
All right, cute out. What you gonna do?
I'm all alone in my own state of mind. I grab my clips and load them both 21 times. Man, it's like a scully. Now I know this plan is foolproof.
Wait a minute. Did he do that last
show? Yup.
Oh no, he didn't go out like that last show, right?
Last show he was, you know.
I did the same you gotta come thing. Fresh now. You got.
Hey, boy. That was all that weed back then.
Hey, y'all, I'm having some interference. I'm losing my video.
Okay. We'll fix it.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I can completely understand. Like it wasn't as bad. There's another video.
All right, I can see you.
Okay. There's another video. There's a brother on he's like on the news or whatever. He's supposed to be like a poet, and the sister says, "Okay, let me see you kick something," and he said nothing. He said that like, and that was it. So at least you ain't do that. We got something out of you. But it's all good, man. That's what's up. So how many grandbabies you got now, man?
Man, I got about 8 grandbabies.
My Lord.
Hey, I was a busy man as a young man, and now all my kids, the age I was when I was making, now they busy.
Oh man, that's wonderful though, man. That's wonderful. That is what's up. You don't look like nobody granddaddy though.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You know what I mean? I ain't got none yet. I threatened I got 2 grown sons that I have threatened. Yeah. Like, yo, y'all don't have nothing until you can afford to have them. Period.
Come on, man.
You know, for real. So yeah. So they still trying to get their stuff together, and yeah, they haven't dropped them. So.
But believe it or not, I did good because most of my friends, they were grandparents in their 30s. I was like 48 before I became a grandfather. It just went, once they hit, they just started coming back to back. I had like 5 grandkids in 1 year.
Well, that's a wonderful thing, though. That's too much. That's what we aspire to get to. You know what I mean? Too many, you hear the young boys talk about old head. Yeah, no, you want to get to be this old head. There's wisdom in this old head. There's knowledge in this, you know what I'm saying? You want to get here. This is where, you know what I'm saying? So
it wasn't easy to get here.
Exactly. Yeah, so that is a blessing, brother. I
yes,
really mean that. That's what's up. That's good to see. It's good to see that.
Is Chill back with us?
I see.
I think he was switching locations.
Hey, Chill, he's still there. Chill's having his Teddy Riley moment right now, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of which, at some point, do we owe Teddy Riley an apology? Because now watching Versus now, right? We see what he was trying to do. It wasn't all, he was depending on that one little wire plugged into a phone to do it all. That was the problem. He tried to do all that plugged into a phone.
My
Q,
signals whack.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, K Chill
Q,
has...
you've been working on any music, man? You got some a project, anything?
Yeah, Splack working on something new, man. Here we have a single we just finished called "Let's Do Shots." But that's more on that's more on it's not on our market. You know what I'm saying? It's for it's for them for Nashville.
Okay.
It's for Buckhead.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's for San Antonio.
I do.
California.
Nah, I can
you
tell
know,
you.
but we working on that. Sam Peasy, one of our producers, he did that. We also we're gonna drop something. Thinking we have two, one called Jump, and we have another called Shake That. We're trying to figure which one we're gonna drop. We're gonna drop both of those at the same time though. We doing a tribute album to Kid Money. You know, he passed 2 years. Well, September will be 2 years. I'm working on a book called Truth Be Told. It's about my life.
Okay.
Yeah, things that I've been through. I'm trying to find some sponsors. I wrote a movie called Gangster City some years ago. So I'm trying to find some sponsors and some people with that. I'm gonna get K Chill, see if me and him, if we could collab on that. Plus another script that I'm working on. It's a comical script called Work Release.
Okay.
And plus, man, K Chill, we've been collabing. We getting ready to work on a little project, me and him together.
That's what's up.
Oh yeah. K Chill Q Dog with producer Cooley C of the organization Can't Stop No Player. Boy, we about to bring it in one more time.
All right. That's what's up.
So I want to go back to the book a little bit because that actually kind of like I want to write a book, right? But I don't think my life is interesting. But obviously yours is.
Right.
Is there anything in the book that you can share that doesn't spoil it?
Can you repeat that? It was going in and out. Anything I could what?
Anything in the book that you can share that won't spoil it for everybody, but will give, people a peek into some of the challenges you had to overcome to become successful. Okay.
Well, oh wow. My challenges started, tell you the truth, right after birth. One of the things I did, and even back then, like when my mom was trying to put me in school, and everywhere she called, everything was fine. She had talked to me. I have a son, trying to get him in pre-K, trying to get him in kindergarten. Okay, gave all the paperwork, told everything she needed to do. Okay, what's your son's name? His name is Kwame Buchanan. Now it's crickets. Well, your son needs to take a reading assessment test. I'm 4 years old. Yeah. This was back in the 70s.
Yeah.
But hey, I prevail, from that. One thing people know that's in my book is I started in the entertainment field modeling. I was 6 years old. That's the first thing I ever made. $75. That was back in the 70s. People learned that I was kind of mischievous.
Breaking up a little bit.
And they'll be surprised that they'll be surprised at where I myself to come from to where it up.
We got some. So, yeah, we got you. Some of it was broke up a little bit, but you know what? That's like the perfect tease.
Yeah,
that's like the perfect tease of the book. But yeah, that's what's up. Chill. Let's Chill morphed over into movie mogul. Talk to us about some, because I see, I follow you on social media, and I see, heavily involved in some movie projects and award ceremonies. I see him attending and doing things and presenting and being presented Talk to us about some of the projects. How did you get into them? And talk to us about some of the projects that you got going on.
Got into acting back in 06, Stomp the Yard. A friend of mine was an actor. We swapped music and movie secrets, and I helped him out. He helped me out. But you know what? I was in Stomp the Yard. Actually, the first movie I was in was it was a movie intended for Bone Thugs and Harmony. Kay Eman had reached out to me from LA looking for a Lazy Bone, and they knew I had a connection with him because him and Freak Nasty is on my single from my 05 release, Let Me See Your Tattoos. And I relayed the message. Lazy Bone never responded, so I was like, hey, you got something for me? She was like, yeah, we got a bartender role. Well, that turned into a detective role, 30 lines. I did that. The next thing you know, I was in Stomp the Yard, Daddy Little Girl, Play the Game, Motives 2, Woman's Call, Alvin and the Chipmunks, you name it. So when I saw the actors were being dished in Hollywood the way they were, I said, well, you know what? I'm going to do something for Atlanta and all of the ones who don't get recognized, from Brumman from Fifth Floor, Joe Torre, Jamal Willard from Biggie, you name it. I put them in my first Actors Award show, and I created that in 2017, ATL Actors Awards, because I was an actor. I wanted the other actors to get their just due because I know what it felt like. And right before that, I jumped off the first Educators Awards, giving honors to principals, pastors, teachers, and community heroes. I did that in December of 2017, then came right back in March to do the ATL Actors Awards. And then it's been going on 3 years strong, sold out shows every year. Joe Torre hosted my second one.
I think we lost him again.
Yeah. Give it
I
back.
apologize.
This show is going to be...
The video keep jumping off. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay.
No, you're all good.
But that's fantastic.
Go ahead. You were saying like you did the awards and so what are the projects you're working on right now?
Well, right now, right before COVID, I put the ATL Actors Awards on the shelf because I ran into some ungrateful Negro situations, if you will, and y'all know how that goes. Put in a whole bunch of work, and a lot of people call and ask to be on the show, and then they have the decency to just no call, no show. After I done promoted it, putting them in, a whole year, they ain't gonna blast no names out, but just certain individuals who want to be a part of it, want to get the shine, but then don't show up and make it look like I done just blew a bunch of smoke the whole year, and then they no call, no show. So unfortunately, the ungrateful Negro situation happens whenever we're trying to do something for us, but yet we complain that, they don't do nothing for us. But then when somebody do something for us, this is what happens. So I put that on the shelf, and I just been kind of just doing me. I was supposed to be finishing my book, my book and movie, Ease of Pain, about my true life story, almost like a 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying. It's about how I came from Wisconsin, how I came to Atlanta and didn't know nobody. A lot of people don't know my story, but I came to Atlanta and didn't know a soul. And now, incredible. So, it's been a blessing. I started my nonprofit feeding the homeless in 2013 and fed for about 6 years. So Atlanta recognized my hard work, and I appreciate it. So I've just been trying to help everybody. T-Storm, I think you remember our birthday bashes. I helped Ludacris. I had him on my birthday bash at 321. I think, was you a part of that one? When we did 321, I helped Luda, Yin Yang, Young Jock, and I think we shared our birthday. And I was Luda hype man on Fat Rabbit when he first came out with that. Yeah. And Yin Yang, they wasn't even Yin Yang twins. They was True City Thugs. So I paid them $500 for them. Paid Luda $15. And, we showed love and try to upbring the guys before the world knew who they was. And T-Storm, you was a part of that.
Yeah.
And so it's just been a beautiful thing. And I almost forgot you was part of that history too, because I needed a witness like, and because they don't tell a story. So I needed somebody who was there who know.
Right. Back then, I DJ'd for Chris.
You DJ for him? That's right.
Yep. Back then, I DJ'd
so
for Chris.
he was still Chris Lover when people really wasn't giving him a chance. But I paid him to perform at my birthday bash, which the club paid me to bring whatever act I wanted to bring to my own birthday party. And I chose the underdogs who was coming up. I said, you know what? Chris Lover Lover because he's trying to do his thing and he gonna blow. And when they blew, I was happy. I was like, look at him, Yin Yang and Luda.
Yeah, that
So,
was at the that was at
321
off of Onada, the phase 2. I remember that.
Yeah,
Very clearly.
we did MLK too. So we did ONAD and no, we did Gabi Road and MLK. And then I took them out to Decatur. I forgot the name of the club, but I took them around on some little spot dates. So a lot of people don't know the Atlanta history. It's a lot of secret Atlanta history that goes on. Just like I just put up a little post about the Biggie Small show. Was you at Club Illusions when Biggie performed? Biggie Lil King.
Is that when they threw the bottle at?
Yes, yes, you remember that.
I remember very clearly.
And nobody really knows.
Yeah. No, I remember Club Illusions was notorious. First and foremost. But yeah, I remember that's the very first introduction.
Look, they thought we threw the bottle because we was in the VIP, so security rushed our section. We was like, "Yo, we didn't throw the bottle." And Biggie almost got hit. Almost got hit that close. And then when I put the post up, I said, "Who was the opening act for Biggie, Lil Season, Lil Kim?" Nobody commented, and so apparently they don't remember it was me and Tetraz. We opened that show, and we killed it because Biggie Small show got cut short when they almost hit him with that bottle. And then remember what he said? The only reason why Tupac mad is because of this. Who shot you? And everybody starts screaming, "Call the cops when you see Tupac." Tupac was in town. And somebody thought he was dead at that time. No, Pac was in town when Biggie was doing Who Shot You on stage at Club Illusions. Somebody argued me up and down like, no, Pac wasn't there. He was dead. No, Pac was in town.
Yeah, now I think when Pac died, he didn't do that song anymore. When he did get shot.
Okay, that's what it was. That's what it was. Thank you, because I called Jerry Smoker B and I was trying to get him to help me remember. Bruh, was Pac in town when Biggie did that? Because we all thought Pac was finna walk in when he started doing Who Shot You. The club was so on 10, man, because we was like, man, if Pac walked in, because we knew he was in town that weekend.
Right.
Crazy.
I can't remember what weekend that was, though. Was that? I can't remember what time of year that was.
That's what I'm saying. I can't even remember the date time frame, but I know Pac was in town when he performed that night.
Yeah.
So we'll get Jerry on the phone to detail it out.
Because Jerry hosted that night, correct?
Yeah, Jerry hosted, yes. He's the reason why me and Tetraz got to open up.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry owned Illusions, man. Like,
yes, he did.
You couldn't say Club Illusions without saying Jerry Smoking B in the same sentence.
You know what was so crazy, Mike? I would be at home in the bed sometime on Sunday night. Jerry Smoking B would be like, yeah, we got K Chill and Tetraz in the house. And I had the radio barely on and I heard my name. And I jumped up like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be at Club Illusions. Okay, I got dressed in the
Jerry's the king of hype.
Oh,
he
man.
knew how to hype a thing, bro.
Yeah, you right.
And he knew how to get me up in there. Because when I heard my name, I jumped up out the bed and started getting dressed. Like, oh shit, Jerry called my name. I gotta get the Club Illusions.
Yeah, Jerry was the king of the. He knew how to make you feel like a star. I remember doing.
Yes, he did.
When we started doing the live broadcast at 112.
And
whatever act was supposed to be there, it fell through, whatever case. So they was like, okay, we're gonna have the Fab Five do the broadcast, and they will be the stars of the broadcast, right? So we each did an hour, right? It was 4 hours, but we each did an hour, like the first, the opening night and then for a couple of months after that, right? Jerry was hosting and introduced me so damn good. I was looking around like, who are you talking about? I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I did do that. That is me. That's you're goddamn right.
Look, Jerry introduced you and you was like, I'm excited to see that nigga.
This nigga about to be good.
That was a master, boy. He put that hype on you, boy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Excellent, man. Oh, man, brothers, we appreciate y'all having, taking the time and jumping on here with us, man. Let the folks know how
real quick, T.
Say that again.
Real quick for Chill. I was the other day, I was trying to remember when we first met, And then you just started talking about earlier about your connection with Diamond and D-Rock and that whole situation.
Yes,
and
that's how we met. Katrina,
baby girl.
yes.
That
You
was
know,
like,
I just
that's how
talked to
we
her
met.
not long ago. You know that?
How is she doing?
She's doing good. She in LA. She reached out to me like last month sometime. She's doing good. She was pushing her son. That's how you and I met. It just hit me.
That's how we met. But then we really connected when I was the music director over at Hot.
Yes.
But now here's my question for you. Do you remember it was the Coors Light show down in Birmingham, Alabama?
Okay.
Me and my homegirl set you and Tetras up on that show, and we drove down one night, did the show, turned around, and came back.
Coors, Birmingham, Alabama. I think so.
You remember my girl Joan?
With who?
Joan was my girl. Her dad worked for Coors Light, and they were looking for acts for the show, and we hooked you up on that. You and Tetras on that.
Was somebody else there, like Taz or somebody?
Yeah, it was some other folks on the bill too.
I think I remember that then. Yeah, man, we had done so many shows in them areas. Yes. So you helping me remember stuff I can't even remember I forgot about because we did so many little things, you know? That's dope.
Okay, I give you another. That's another chapter in the book.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely had to add that to my Easy Pain True Life storybook because every little phase, every little person that was an influence in my life and the career is going to be a part of my story, and that is a part of my story. You will be.
Yo, Chill, I got another award ceremony for you. The UGN Ungrateful Negro Awards.
Oh, you know what?
Right.
Boy, it's gonna be a lot of honorees in that part right there. Hey,
UGN.
Hey, you know what? One award show I was about to put together is the Bass Legend Award. That's the one that I was about to do. And I reached out to like Magic Mike, Trina, and Trick Daddy and didn't get no response. So I didn't have enough people that committed to go forward with it. So that's when I ended up doing the Educators Award. But I was definitely going to do the Bass Legend Awards because these brothers deserve their recognition because they don't get added to these award shows and get they just do. So that's one that I really wanted to do. And then Two Live Crew brother died, and I was like, man, we losing them. I gotta give people their roses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. Yeah, Marquis.
Yeah.
Man, one thing. There's one thing for sure. You know, I've taken very seriously as of recently, especially since COVID, and that's trying to stay healthy. A lot of us, brothers out in our age range. We're not old, but brothers within our age 40s to 50s are checking out of here early, and
left and right.
I've made the point to put a whole home gym in my basement now. Just, you know what I'm saying, to try to, because I still stuck wife and kids and things that I want to do. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm around. I encourage my brother, my boy in Florida, Mike Kinsey, to do the same. And I know Mike.
Get to the doctor. We got to get to the doctor and get checked out.
That's his black. I don't like going to the doctor. I don't mind. I go all the time.
Hey, rest in peace to our boy Chris. We just lost him, and we don't even know why.
Chris
he used to mentor us and be like, he introduced me to Raheem the Dream, man. He was like a big impact in my life here in Atlanta. We just lost him, brother, and we don't even know what's going on. The funeral Tuesday, we don't know why or what happened.
Wow.
And then here I am 50, and I just got diagnosed with lupus about a month ago. I ain't never had no health issues in my life. Now I got the skin lupus, situation, and I'm like, man, what is going on? It's crazy.
It's the health is wealth. We find out, we learn that as you get older, that all the bad shit that you used to like eating, I still like eating. I was like, okay, I gotta take it easy on that.
Oh yeah, and I can't do none of that. I can't even be in the sun. I ain't supposed to have sugar. I'm like, man, what in the hell?
Man, how about I just cut out beer?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Come on, man. Bill was doing something to me, and I couldn't figure out what it was. So I was like, Maybe it's the bill. Man, I cut that bill out, boy. There's a whole lot of things that stop that I don't have to worry about now. That's what the problem was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. My stepfather.
The stuff that people enjoy ain't really healthy for us, and they indulge in it, for a lifelong situation. So
yeah. My
What's
stepfather,
good to you ain't good for you.
You're right.
Yeah. My stepfather, when I was younger, learned that he had like pancreatitis or something like that, and had to stop drinking beer. It was killing him. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah. So I
want to salute you, T-Storm, you and Mike, first of all, for being influences in our careers, man. Whether y'all stayed in Atlanta, moved away, which both of y'all did, but y'all still in the industry, still in our hearts. I want to salute y'all, man, because Atlanta is the place. And for y'all to move away, we know it had to be something greater. I moved away like several times, but I always came back. But just want to salute you guys, whether y'all was here or not, know that y'all still had an impact in our life. So when we saw y'all the other day, it was like seeing family, man, like a family reunion for real. So we just want to say we love y'all, man. Thanks for inviting us, because a lot of industry people talk. When y'all said y'all was going to invite us to this, we was like, oh, okay, that's just industry talk. They ain't going to call us. And here we are. So I'm saluting y'all for being 100 brothers, 100 cats, man, for real. Straight up.
Appreciate that, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
Look, and I'm just like you. I leave a lot, but I come back. So I'm back in the A now. I've been back here for a few years. LA wasn't my bag, so I had to get back down south, man.
You know what? Same here. But you know what? Whatever you got from it during that time, it was meant to happen. And it may not be meant for us to be there for long. Like I've been to Dallas, I've been to DC, but I come back. I done gave them 5 years. I get something from there. When I was in DC, they had my record playing on the radio in Top 5 Countdown. My tattoo record with Lazy Bone. I was supposed to be there at that time and get something from DC. Right. And in Dallas, I found a group. They found me at the mall, walk around the club. Everybody who. Them brothers found me at the mall. I brought them here, got them signed to College Park Records. I was supposed to be in Dallas at that time. I made something happen, and I wasn't even trying to.
Right.
So it's a blessing, man, wherever you go.
I've contemplated coming to Atlanta on a few occasions, and I've had this discussion with my wife, and she reminds me of the stories that I've told her, some of the stories that I've told her about my Atlanta days, and she has sternly said, hell no, we are not moving to Atlanta.
Atlanta, boy. For the family.
Tell Kaylee you don't know where none of them girls are no more.
That's right.
Man,
that's right. Freaknik is over. Freaknik been over.
For real, I can tell you what, the only one I know is she's still at, that's my baby mama. The rest.
Right. But they were a good day.
I couldn't tell you nothing about it.
Right.
And it was a whole lot of.
I'm surprised what's funny? Don't have a whole football team with the way they was touring.
Hey, boy, one thing we did keep. One of my mom's best friends was a nurse, and she used to give me one of them plastic grocery bags full of condoms. Man, we run through them things. Me, kid, and head run through a grocery bag full of condoms in a month and a half.
Wow. Knock them down.
Knocking them down.
You don't have body count. You got a graveyard, bro.
Yeah, a whole cemetery.
First of all, don't disrespect the brother. They are called the Splack Pack for a reason, goddammit.
That's right.
Fair enough. Fair. It's in the name.
It's in the name.
We preached.
And they all wanted to show you how they can scrub the ground.
Yes, most definitely.
Oh my God.
That's funny. It was either that or they wanted to practice giving slow head off slow head.
Wow. Hey, but you know what's crazy is when we had our record out, we hadn't even met Splack Pack, and I was a big fan of that record just because it was so big. So once we actually finally got to do shows, it was crazy. I'm a fan of your record, and then we actually got cool and we met.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dog. That's what's up, man.
Y'all good brothers,
I appreciate that segue away from Slow Head, because our new social media director is watching and cringing right now.
You damn bass artist. I should have known.
Hey, that's clean though. It's clean.
Hey, man,
I mean, that was the time, right? That's what it was. And T, I know we were rapping, but it just kind of made me think of this. So, like Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, City Girls, they get a lot of flack for their content and what's in their music, but it's really no different than what you guys were putting in your records.
That's true.
Why do you think now people, because people was just cool with it back in the day, why do you think it's a problem now?
I think it's a problem because it's females, you know, and us as men, we look at females as being women, and they portray females as being thoughts, and they saying that it's okay for a female to be a thought. But us as men, having girls, you know, like my sons, they have daughters that they're raising. They don't like that because they don't want to portray that for their daughters. You know what I'm saying? It was different for us because us as men, you know, we've always talked that way. You know, when it came to females and as far as what we wanted to see them do, you know, as far as what we wanted them, well, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so,
right.
So really, with that, I believe that's why it's the way it is now. You know,
they deep and raunchier with it to me.
Yeah, they are.
Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, they like no holds barred with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the parenting comes into play, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want your kids to hear it, then, you know, you do what you need to do so they don't hear that stuff, or explain to them But see, at the same time, you know, parenting only goes so far. You know, they ran by their peers. Everything they dealing with their parents. 8 hours out of the
and with the digital age, it's impossible for them to not hear it somewhere. Right. YouTube, TV, it's impossible.
Yeah,
the only thing you could do as parents is just try to educate them. You know, that's one reason. Is one reason why our Black young girls. That's why they need their fathers. You know, and a part of their lives. You know, not just their moms. Us as fathers, we gonna teach them how to be a little girl. We're gonna teach them how to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? If they mama not that.
Right. Yeah, I agree. It's
I'm right there with you, man. I was with my daughter this past weekend, and the radio was on, and she knew every song on the radio, every one, every word, and I'm like, you don't sit and listen to the radio like we used to sit and listen to the radio. How, right? Like, how do you know this? And she's just like, I just know it. I just know it.
YouTube.
But yeah, that's one of those situations. And you know, if you've watched the show, you know, I've taken shots at my kid's mother in jest or whatever, and we have our issues. But that's one thing where we really do agree on, like, that lifestyle, that image of a woman. We don't want our daughter mimicking that. So I'm like super comfortable with, you know, what she does in that arena and have no complaints about that. But it's, you know, unfortunately, it's some folks out there who aren't that vigilant.
Yeah.
Right.
You're right. You know, it's easy for me to understand because I did that type of music. You know, and it's hard for my son to understand why I understand why those girls do it. You know, he came to me with the Megan Thee Stallion song that thought, you know, that thought mess. And yeah, I never really heard the song until he said something to me, and he played it to me for like 3 times, and I'm looking at him like, okay, what's wrong with it? And he and I'm like, son,
wop.
Right, you know what I'm saying? He looked at me like, what's, you know what I'm saying? Well, son, you have to understand this type of music that I did. I see them as entertainers. I'm not looking at what they do outside of that. You know, I just see them as entertainers. If you don't like them as an entertainer, you know, they may be totally different as a person than they are as an entertainer. You know? Yeah.
Well, so, I have more of a problem with the trap music being accepted and pushed by labels and radio than the WAP, sexual explicit content, because they're preaching using drugs in these songs. They're saying, pop the molly, woo, I'm sweating. And the little kids are saying that. And once they understand what that means, they're going to want to try that. I have a problem with that more than the WAP.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
I think the issue, and we've talked about this ad nauseum on here, but the the real issue with the music is not even the sexual content. It's not just the the drug contents. It's the fact that that's all you hear. As we came up, there was a variety. There was a diversity of messages and music and all different. You had, there was Public Enemy and you had Two Live Crew. You know what I'm saying? You had there was a balance in it. You had Common and we had Akinelli. It was a lot of different things happening. You had the gangster stuff and you had the drug dealing, but you had the cats that was talking, De La Soul was on, even though they wasn't really talking about Afrocentric, but the visual of them was very Afrocentric. X-Clan and it was a variety of it. Right now it's just one thing. It's just
and it
one
all
thing.
sounds the same.
Right. That's because we have no
I listen and I don't know
anymore.
when one song stops and the other one starts. It's like, is this a new song? Is this a different person?
Right.
And they all named Baby, or they all Little or Baby.
That's it. And they all popping drugs and selling drugs and shooting Negroes. It's like, come on, man.
Everybody following each other. You don't have any leaders. See, when we were coming up, everybody wanted to be the chief. You ain't have no Indians. Now you have all Indians. They don't want to be a chief. You don't have no chiefs.
Like T-Pain said,
I remember.
Do something different. I'm tired of hearing this thing.
There's literally two niggas named Baby doing the music you want to do.
Already. T-Pain went off, man. I feel for that because I feel his frustration because they sending him all that stuff. They was hitting me with that stuff. I was doing the Matrix. Hey, my cousin, here's his song. I was doing the Matrix. I just couldn't do it, man. I was like, I don't do music no more. Sorry,
man. If y'all only knew how many CDs or things people like then they were CDs. How many CDs we used to fly like frisbees. We don't mind listening to people music, but boy, when it's straight garbage, you know within the first 5 seconds of song play what it's gonna be. So man, we just riding down the highway, boy, you just see this. Nice.
Is an unidentified flying object coming out of the tour bus of Splack Pack. What is that? And
garbage music
and weed smoke. And the bus is bouncing kind of weird too. That's some weird hydraulics going on.
Rap music was paid for and played, and it was straight garbage. But they had the money to fund the push. And some of the stuff that I've heard over the years, I could not believe it actually made to the airwaves. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Look, and here's the thing, right? Like, this is the part that the layman doesn't understand, right? So, Chill, you said it was paid for.
Yes.
There's a thing called pay for play.
Yes.
It is not illegal if you disclose that you're paying to have that record played. If you're paid and you don't disclose it, that's illegal. That's payola.
I didn't know that.
So somebody, that's how that works, right?
Wow.
Somebody with enough money can come in and pay to get their records put on. Like, now, most PDs worth their weight in salt won't do it.
Okay.
Right? They're like, no, give me a good record. But it's possible to do it.
Wow. You just
then when you get into just the promotion side of it, you can pump a whole bunch of money into promoting a record, and it can be a terrible, terrible record. But if people hear it enough times, they will like that record.
Programming.
We've heard that so many times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when people start, talking about their top fives or who's a good artist and who's not a good artist, and they say, well, they got spins or they've got sales, I don't use that as a measure because I know all that can be bought.
Right.
Like, how good is it? What's the musicality? What's the lyricism? What's the stage show like?
Right.
Now you're talking about somebody that's good to me.
Right.
I agree because at the birthday bash, man, some of those stage shows, Oh my God, I don't know what's going on with this young generation. But it's like they just get up there and just rap. They don't really do anything, you know?
Right. No showmanship, but
At
they
all. They don't have
just
any
letting
type
the
of
crowd
stage
sing the
presence.
song.
Yeah.
Now I give this birthday bash his props. It was tight. It looked like a multi-million-dollar production.
It was.
Did they thing, and this was the best one I've been to. I don't know about all of them. Like the one with Jay-Z showed up, I was never there, but this was the best one I've been to.
It was lit. Now, don't get me wrong, it was lit. But, you know, as an artist, someone that does that enjoys the stage, you know, you look for something a little bit more when you see other artists.
They got away from that. Nobody really does show. All they do is the pyrotechnics, the lights, and the sparkles.
Yeah.
That's all they really do now.
I mean, well, you also got to, you know, realize that there's no more artist development anymore.
Right. True.
You know, they don't develop, you know, you come in as you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to see trap rappers dancing routines to their trap music. That ain't going to happen.
Hey, man, that's fine. I understand that. But look, when the Dr. Dre show back in the day in the 90s, that Chronic tour, that was at Phillips Arena. Man, each person that got up there, oh my goodness, awesome stage show. You know, they actually made you sit back and you could see everything. Dre done came out in cell blocks, you know, and like they're in prison, each person in a different cell block. They, you know, it gives you something to enjoy, you know, and you know how hard Dre done was.
Yeah.
See, that's
you know,
from the old school.
I just think
when they knew how to do it from the old school.
Right.
Yeah.
He comes from that era.
They knew they had to put on a show.
With the trap music, they just have to add a little bit something more to help keep the audience into it. I mean, everybody loves
some theatrics.
Artist
development.
development.
Add some theatrics. Yeah. I always sound like the old man. Back in my day.
Hey, and that's us really, for real.
Right.
Yeah, I defer to my sons, you know, for some of this music. I don't know what it is, but I can understand why they like it. You know what I mean? And some of and it ain't, you know, it ain't for me. You know what I mean? But I know a hit record when I hear it, you know, most of the time. I think I do.
Look,
you know what I mean?
Look, I'm not a huge fan of the current hip hop. I'm not a huge fan of the production. I like a little bit more music in what I listen to. But I will give these young producers credit because they have figured out essentially what frequencies to put into music to tap into that primal thing in people, in Black people.
Yes.
That bass, that low end, they figured out that tempo.
Yeah.
They know that it touches that, not trying to sound too esoteric, but it touches kind of like that sexual chakra. It gets you there. So when you hear it and feel it, that's why these kids love it, because it's getting them in that place.
Yeah.
These young producers, they have figured that out.
Yeah, you're right.
That's off to them.
Right.
Not for me,
Right.
but you know, kudos to what they've done.
You know who was a good example? Soulja Boy. When he was doing it with that little Casio keyboard, he figured out the ingredient and been running with it, and everybody pretty much been going behind like what Soulja Boy did. He did it on what, YouTube?
Yeah. That's how he started, on YouTube.
First rapper on YouTube as he's claimed to it, and yeah, rightfully so. But then again, he's also the first rapper to have a birthday, apparently. Like he first rapper for everything. First rapper to have a birthday. Soulja Boy, remember that. Anyway, fellas, look. Hey man, we appreciate y'all joining us, man. Again, tell the folks how they can reach you. Social medias.
Right. You can hit me up, Q Dog, that's KUEDOG on IG, or you can hit me up on Kwame Ahmed, that's my Facebook, and that's K. It's not how I spell my name, but it's KWMAE AHMED. Somebody hacked into my regular account. I wish I could find them, but I got something for them. Anyway, you can find me the Hustle High Entertainment. That's HUSTLE HYEENT, Hustle High Entertainment. That's my IG. Yeah, that's about it. Or you can hit us up on Splack Pack, the official Splack Pack on IG.
That's what's up. Sure, how we reach you, man?
On Facebook, I'm Kelvin K Chill Harris. That's KELVIN. And on Instagram, it's K Chill ATL. Those are my two handles. Holla at your boy. No trap music.
Of course, folks, you follow us at Unpopin Show. Make sure you follow us on all socials at Unpopin Show and the website unpopinshow.com. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate you listening. K Chill, Q Dog.
Thank
you for joining us, brothers.
Salute y'all.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it.
Thanks for checking out the Unpopular Opinion Show. If you like this content, make sure you like, subscribe, and smash the notification button down below so you can keep getting more from T-Storm and myself.
Yeah, more jokes coming on. No, they beep. Damn it. Okay, fine.